Hey guys, this is Paul from Smart Easy DIY. Welcome to episode 2 of building my pole barn house. I wanted to share my journey with you. We just got started here building our pole barn house. This is episode 2, getting ready for trusses and stuff. We got our site leveled here, got our trusses delivered. So I just wanted to show you these here. Got them in a pile. I got my laminated posts. They're pressure treated posts on the bottom and regular lumber on top, but the part that goes in the ground is pressure treated. So I came kind of ill-prepared to work this evening here. I was trying to drag my trusses along and I got them stuck on the roots and all that, and so I ended up having to drag them by hand the rest of the way and stacking them up there, just manhandling them. So I did that, and then I got some over there, but all I had was a rope. I didn't have a chain or anything, and just a CRV. I didn't have anything fancy. Ready for round 2 here. I started doing 2 at a time, then I switched to 1 at a time, and anyways, just do what you gotta do, you know? So I'm trying to get them over here to a nice level spot, and so I can stack them up so I can get ready to put hangers on them, which I'll show you in just a bit here. And as you can see here, yeah, dragging along. Oh, there goes the rope. It snapped. So I want to show you really quick. This is kind of what the final product is going to be when it's framed up, when the trusses are set and stuff, so you kind of know what this is going to look like here and how I'm laying them out and stuff. So I wanted to get them on a nice level stack and do 2 at a time. The top 2, nail them together. So I liquid nail them and nail them. So I wanted to show you I'm using just like a smooth 3-inch nail here. It doesn't have to be galvanized or anything. And it's just smooth shank. I used a pass load because it fits in my gun. I really like this DeWalt cordless framing nailer here. I really am happy with it. I'll link to that in the video description below the video if you want to check it out. It's a really handy nail gun to have, and it works really well with the pass load nails. But so if you can see there, I'm trying to get them nice and straight and level, using twigs and shims and rocks, whatever I can to get it nice and straight on this ground here. The main ones I'm concerned with, of course, are the top 2 ones, because that's the ones I'm going to be nailing together. So then the end trusses I just set off the side for now because they're going to stay single trusses, but all the ones in the middle that are going to sit on the posts are going to be double trusses. So I wanted to show you here how I'm laying this out. If I start at the top here, go to the peak here, the way it came out for me in my situation is you can see that mark there, that's 4 inches down and then the X below it, and then from there I measured 2 foot from there, so 2 foot 4, 4 foot 4, and so on as I went down through the line there, went all the way down to the bottom, and it's about a 2 foot gap on the bottom there as well. Came out really nice. Now here I wanted to keep my X above it, so I had the room for my post for sure there, because the post goes even out edge with the bottom edge there on the bottom cord. So that's why I kept it up a little bit, so I have room for my 5.5-inch post. Yeah, so the bottom I just laid out on 2 foot centers as well from one end. So I laid them out, yeah, all the way there so they're ready to go. And as you can see here, I'm using liquid nails. I like the heavy duty stuff. Just for extra strength, you don't have to do this, but this is what I did. I put it all in there. I propped it up like with rocks or something to get a little space in there so I could get in there after I had it all perfectly lined up. And then I put liquid nails all over in there, in the webbing, like the braces, and underneath there. So then I made this little jig for putting on the joist hangers. It works really well. I'll link to that in the video description below this video and try to link it above here too. But I'm going to make a video about how I made this jig. It saves a lot of time because there's a lot of hangers to be put on here with this way that I'm doing it. So I just wanted to show you really quick. That's a lot faster way to do it than just putting them on by eye every time. So I'm using these Simpson strong tie hangers here, the end screws. These are really nice. They're a number 10 and a number 8. I couldn't get enough number 10 at the time. They're 2.5-inch long, and that way they don't stick through, but they're really nice and strong that way. I recommend them over nails, and I'll link to those in the video description below the video where I found them too, where you can get them for a lot better price when you get bulk price. And then yeah, I put 2 in the top, 2 in the bottom, and then using my jig here, so just make sure you keep it tight against on the top so it spaces it correctly. And then you can drive the screws in on both sides there. That just kind of shows you a little more close up there what I did. So then I like to take the hangers and squeeze them a little bit. That's just a trick I learned. That way they fit nicely in my jig because they tend to be spread apart from the factory when they make them. So then they fit really nicely in there. Just make sure to keep your jig nice and square against the top. That holds it square and it spaces it exactly 5.5 for a 2x6. In my case, where I'm doing 2x6. So there you can see kind of the finished product where I did them on the top and on the bottom. I'm doing them both while I'm at it. It's a lot easier to do it now than to do it later in the air. So then where there's metal patches, you're going to probably have to use a drill gun. That's what I did, like a drill bit. 1/8" drill bit and pre-drill, otherwise you can't get through that metal patch unless it happens to land just right. So there you can see I got 2 of them done. So what I do is I nail them together, put the hangers on, flip them over, put the hangers on that side. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for future videos as we move along here in our journey to build a pole barn house. Thanks for watching, guys.